All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Okay. How are we feeling, family? Take your seats, take your seats. Take your seats. You guys looking beautiful on this good day of the Lord, on this good Sunday evening now. I know my church gonna show out. All right. It's only if you're looking like a church. You be looking like a whole fashion show out of here. You look like Easter Sunday every Sunday in my church. You know them Easter Sunday outfits gotta come correct now. What's going on, family? What's going on, family? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. All right. All right. Y'all ready to get into these vibes for the new week? Y'all ready to see what this new moon eclipse phase is all about, gang? All right. Take your seats. Take your seats, guys. Take your seats. All right. You go ahead and get settled in here. You guys go ahead and get settled in here. All right. Brother Nina by Nature 88 in the building. All right. Shout out to brother. Okay. That's another one of the church congregation members you guys could get in touch with when you can't get in touch with Pastor. Libra season been a lot crazy, a lot of transits and airs. You know, Pastor, had to go to this convention. All right, and represent our church. This week I got another convention to go to. All right. It's a brother solar return day this weekend. All right. I'm hoping me and Sister Johnson could get together in the name of the Lord this weekend. Ashe, ashe, ashe. That would be a hell of that would be a heaven of a gift for Pastor Johnson, for brother, for Pastor. Look, see, when I speak about Sister Johnson, I start fumbling my words. Sister Johnson, sit down with your fine self. All right, everybody's in the building. Brother Nana by Nature 88, appreciate that Dubbington, brother. Appreciate that, brother. Collection plates coming in early today. All right. Y'all must be y'all feeling good off that new moon wave, huh? Solar eclipse energy, that new moon solar eclipse energy feel good. Don't front, y'all. Energy feeling nice, right? Mm-hmm. Shout out to you for that collection plate, brother. Can I see some plates? Everybody getting up in the building. All right. I know you guys taking your seats. You're getting your Bibles together. You're getting your Bible app together on the phone. All right. Some of y'all be rushing to church before leaving the book at home. But thank God for the age of Aquarius. We get on your apps. So you got no excuse. Get your Bibles out in your apps. All right. Okay. But shout out to you for that plate, brother. Let me see some plate. Can I see some plates in the comments? Let me see some white plates. All right. Let me see some white plates in the comments. Amber G, Sister Amber in the building. Looking good, sister. Sister Ebony in the building. All right. These sisters are devoted to the word. All right. We need strong sisters in the church like y'all. Shout out to you, sisters. Take your seats. Looking good. All right. Sister ER in the building with the collection plate. Start getting me a little Holy Ghost tremble in this mug. All right. We ain't even talked about nothing yet. Y'all are ready for worship. All right. You already know I got to start the week out with a blessing, fifth, and offering. Shout out to you, ER. ER Nana by Nature 88. You guys know something. Let me tell you something. Do you know God gonna do something good for y'all? Do you guys believe that? All right, you better believe it. Sending them plates the way you know. Pastor is only gonna. God is using me as a vessel. I got to be particular about who I give my extra prayer to. This how they get y'all. This how they get us, y'all. Right here. This is how they take advantage of us right here. Yeah, and if you want some extra prayer, all right, do that little mischievous look to the sky smile. Boy, I know all the pastor schemes, y'all. I know all the pastor schemes. All right. If you want some extra prayer, all right, like he observing something. Just put a little something in the plate. That's all you got to do. If you just want a little bit of extra sanctifying and around here, Shout out to you, ER, for that play. You know you one of the proud congregation members. All right, let's go. Shout out to you, sister. Pastor about to come here cutting up. You know he liked them play. It's you, sister, sister Ebony. Now I don't call you nothing, sister, for nothing. Know me like I'm your own kind. All right. Sister Belle Papillon in the building. Mod gang is all over the place. Congregation is all over the place. I'm telling y'all, bro would be led to his own funeral. That ass. I would be the first nigga to pull that off. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me just get up in this motherfucking casket. I ain't gonna lie. I was tired of this motherfucker anyways. I think I did my just due here. I think I, taught enough, learned enough out this mug. I done learned a lot. Wait, hold on. Let me just, hold on. Can y'all give me an extra 10 minutes to see my last sneaky link real quick? No, I gotta go. All right, fuck it. Hopefully I bump into the next life. That last, if God is graceful enough to me, I'm gonna see a good age. So that sneaky link was probably old as hell. That was a good old 80-year-old sneaky link. All right. I can't bring somebody with me in this casket. It's a little snug in here. You don't think she could come in here with me? Like, Pastor, this is your time to go, not your sneaky link time to go. Stop trying to snatch people with you to the afterlife. So selfish. So selfish. The first person to pull off the late funeral gig. All right. There we go. I see them plates. All right. Brother from the hip in the building. Brother from the hip and the family is in the building. All right. Congregation all over the place. All right. Sister Lauren, I see you, sister. It's hard to miss y'all the way y'all looking in here. Sister Martian Empress in the building. All right. This pastor impersonation be having my throat sore as hell. I'll be drinking hella ginger ale and shit throughout the week for this impression right here. All right. Why my pastor voice gotta sound like that though? Why I can't be like? Why you gotta have a strained voice? Like every word is yeah, Ashe. Guys, y'all energy is very strong. Y'all do it to me every time. Every time we jump in this mug, y'all just charging me up. All right, Bree London in the building. Family Cosmic Dreamer in the building with the collection plate. With the collection plate. Y'all gonna turn me into a real dramatic pastor now. Yeah. Sister Melinda Weeks with the collection plate to the Cash App Foundation. Listen, let me tell you something. Hold on, guys. Hold on now. Hold on now, because I got a message to deliver. Sister Melinda, Family Cosmic Dreamer, do y'all know God is gonna do something good for y'all this week? I think it's gonna happen tomorrow. All right, church. Do you see how these church members are are expressing their extra worship right here? Let me stop, yo. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, family. Thank you for the congregation. All right, put a little some of that towards the windows. Get the windows redone in here. All right. This church, we was looking through a lot of different places when we was looking for where we wanted to establish this community. All the churches in here still had white Jesus, so we still gonna do something about that colored glass, family. We're gonna get some black painters in here. We're gonna paint all over that white Jesus. All right, church, I know y'all been a little confused about that. That's all it was. It was a real estate thing, guys. It was just a real estate issue. All right, Ashe. But we will make some works in the name of the Lord. We gonna make it work. All right. If there's a will, there's a way. All right, Ashe then. All right, Ashe. All right, we gonna get them windows fixed. Like, how you got an all-black church? White Jesus just in the window looking at y'all like, why are you niggas praying to me? I'm a made-up nigga. Do y'all know that? Yeah, this is 2023. Y'all niggas still don't know that yet. Y'all getting somewhere. I see y'all, some of y'all wearing crystals. All right. I see y'all naming yourself shit like Empress and shit. Y'all getting somewhere. Y'all getting back to source somewhat, but let's make the full transition. Let's make the full transition. It don't need to be a white one or a black one. All right. Just put the sun there. That's what they talking about with the Jesus, nigga. That's all. We don't need a white Jesus or a black Jesus in the color glass. Just put the sun there. All that sun worshiping y'all doing, that's all y'all saying. Jesus Christ. How much different examples you need in the Bible to show that they talking about the resurrection of the sun? Ashe. You got to do your research, family. You got to do your research, family. The good book is nothing but an astrological guide to life, guys. Terminology is just different. That's all, family. That's all, family. All right. That's a lesson for another day. Ashe. Ashe. All right. Y'all in the building. Y'all are in the building. Okay. Happy solar return to all the Libras in the building. All right. Happy solar return to all the Libras in the building. Fresh Girl Fitness. I see you. I love you too, woman. I love the church. If you're in the church, I love you. And that's on, period. Ain't that what y'all say nowadays? I told y'all, Pastor, be in touch with the youth. Right? That's on, period. Shout out to the ones who made that one up. Pastor like that one a little bit. You know, my little daughters, my wife, they say it. It's nice. I like it. In the name of the Lord, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Ashe, God is good. God is good. Niggas be saying God is good for everything. Niggas be taking a number 2. Oh, whew. That was all right. I needed that release. Ashe, Ashe. God is good. God, you. When there's no way, you make a way, God. I didn't know I was gonna be able to push through that one. Nigga cutting the grass and yep, let's get in touch with nature here. Get this firmament back to where it needs to be. All right. God has blessed me with the will to get these leaves to its natural length. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. I don't have to hire a lawnmower. I'm gonna do it my damn self. God is good. God is good. All right. Lawnmowers be trying to get you nowadays. It's like, all right, now I can do this shit myself. I'm trying to relax. Relax. No inflation. I get it. I get it. You ain't gonna get me on grass though. You could get me on a whole lot of shit. Food prices could go up. Weed prices. Okay, shit could go up. You ain't gonna get me on grass. We ain't doing that. We is not doing that. All right. Shout out to the congregation. Shout out to everybody in the building. It looked like everybody took their seats. All right. Shout out to everybody still making their way into Magic. Aza, I see you. Why am I so emotional through all this eclipse energy? Got a lot of activity going on in that chart, woman. Got a lot of things you probably got to filter out a little bit, right? God and the universe wants to make you aware of certain things before you embrace these new chapters, right? So the, little left turns and sharp, quick right turns we got to make ain't so, instant. We kind of see them ahead of time. So anybody dealing with heavy energies in general at the moment, allow yourself to filter through it, navigate it, take what you can from it. We don't want to hold on. We don't want to be holding on to no heavy energy in general. We've been saying this for a while coming into this transit. All right. All right. Listen, eventually I'm gonna do my stand-up thing, man. I'm gonna find me a little hole in the wall joint. All right. Put my little material together. All right. Okay. Man, 9 by nature 88, brother. You really want a blessing this week, don't you, brother? Appreciate the collection plate, brother. You outdoing yourself. You know that, brother? Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you, gang. All right. All right. I appreciate your guidance on the eclipse. I sat myself down all day. Listen, guys, I've been on. Physically, I've been in my crib. Mentally, I've been in Jamaica. Listen, I went in vacation mode spiritually over the weekend, all right? And that's a great environment to be in around these times, because whenever we're dealing with super powerful transits, especially energies involving the moon, if it's a new moon or a full moon, but we know these are eclipse phases. So it's always great to be as in the most centered, isolated. You don't have to be in an isolated space, but what I've found to be true is the more isolated you are, the more easier it is to navigate different feelings, thoughts, and emotions. That's just what it is. Especially me being a Libra ass nigga. All right. I be needing to get by myself to make a real decision about something sometimes. I can't be having too much people, too much influences around me, all right? And I think sometimes we deprive ourselves of that environment for us to just have more clarity about certain situations in our life, all right? So that's why we definitely want to make sure we kind of make a priority to get into them spaces around this time so we could be one with spirit as much as possible. So don't know influence, no signals, no signs go over our head, all right? And that's mainly all right, what's going on with this boroscope transit. So we just want to follow up with the post new moon solar eclipse influences, understanding how we want to navigate this week and what we're preparing for leaning moving into the lunar eclipse. All right, guys. All right. I know a lot of us doing some detaching. I know a lot of us, uh, relationship dynamics are different for everybody. So we may see a lot of transformations of divorces, breakups, this, that, and a third. But there's also a lot of situations with people making realizations around this time. I realize I don't want to break my marriage up. I realize I value this person. I need to correct myself a bit. So it's been a lot of that too. So I commend everybody that has had to kind of spiritually push themselves to embrace this position for the sake of a connection, of a partnership. All right. And shout out to y'all that maybe y'all partners around this time, somebody you're connecting with around this time was able to make this realization on their own. Like, damn, this person, I value this person. This person, this is not the average Joe that walks around the block. I think I need to, do what I got to do to continue building this connection and not get in the way of the potential of this. So it's a lot of different things going on, relationship dynamics. But what is the source? Whether you're detaching from somebody or whether you're running into these realizing moments, right, that helps sustain a connection, what is the source of what's going on, helping you get to valued relationships, right? Helping us get to a space where the people that are around us, we don't have to question these people, okay? So once again, eclipse season started with new moon eclipse in Aries. That's all about the self, guys. So this year in general, all right, it ain't a surprise that a lot of us are embracing some of the first times being in certain positions, first time in this type of relationship, first time in this career environment, first time dealing with self-expression in this way, first time seeing what it is to experience putting energy into creating something, because Aries is a lot of creation energy in general. So a lot of us is wherever that Aries house is at, wherever that Aries house is where a lot of us have been pushed to be a pioneer and start and initiate things in a certain way. And if we were a little lackadaisical with it, as intense Aries energy is, we got pushed into it. The North Node ain't playing with us. You humans better get it together down there. All right. I'm showing y'all the vibration to follow to get in alignment in this mug. And if y'all can't tap into that, then I don't know. I don't know what y'all want me to do. All right. But things gonna get real karmic around here. So that's North Node and Aries all day. That's the North Node on top of the eclipse. Excuse me. I was actually talking about the eclipse, but yes, North Node eclipse, we know that's been the theme, the combination of these energies. So look at all of that. But then South Node and Libra. South Node we know is dealing with reflection. South Node we know is dealing with previous energies, past energies, memory. So when we're looking at the transiting nodes, we know the North Node is showing us where the direction is, but we're looking at the transiting nodes with the South Node being in Libra right now. This is why our wisdom with relationship activity has been challenged a lot. The whole world, right? A lot of people may have not experienced relationships where they're spiritually pushed to be better, and you ran into these situations for the first time, and this was South Node Libra. This is your first time learning how to deal with that. All right. But in general, with the South Node and Libra, that if we knew better, this was the year to make sure we mother flipping better when it came to relationship activity, whether we dealing with a sense of overindulgence, dependence, manipulation, whatever it is, you getting taken advantage of or taking advantage of somebody else. You not knowing how to deal with isolation, is a huge theme during this cycle. All right, guys. A lot of us been pushed to learn how to deal with isolation. A lot of us got placed in certain environments where North Node and Aries and everything. We now y'all starting to understand what it feel like to be an Aries. Like sometimes, listen, they be a little riled up. Sometimes it's a little deserving. All right, they don't be having no reference for nothing. A lot of us got a lot of situations this year. We was getting a lot of guidance and information about this, that, and the third, right? South Node and Libra probably was a support system, helped to reaffirm some shit in us, but it was still North Node and Aries. We still had to make that decision on our own. We still had to create that experience and learn on our own. All right. So, with that South Node Libra energy, anything dealing with relationship energy, whether you taking advantage of, you allowing yourself to stay in this situation after acknowledging certain flags, whether you realize you're pushing out some negative energy that's creating, creating bad karma in your life and some type of shit. If you realize you need to deal with a little bit more isolation, if you realize you need to value your partner or some partnership some more, all these things we've been dealing with a chunk of energy leading up into this phase to help us understand who these people are and what these relationships are, gang. All right. So, what's going on, Steph? What's going on, Steph? Gotti, Capricorn in the building. All right. So, if you are dealing with any heavy energy, I know everything ain't about relationship activity around this time. Life be life, and there'll be a lot of things life in life other than relationships, but we're dealing with a lot of these energies right now in general. All right, so we want to be prepared for the wave before it comes. Now, Boroscope transits of the week, guys. Okay, themes of the week: post new moon eclipse vibes. All right, understanding how to work our way, work more into an aligned space throughout eclipse season after the first big bang we had in this month of October when it comes into eclipse season, right? Working from our Libra house to our Taurus house, all right? Working towards the full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus. And then we have Jupiter is very active this week, all right? And when I say active, Jupiter is getting hit with a couple of squares and oppositions this week. So when it comes into our wisdom, right? When it comes to our philosophies about things, there's going to be opportunities to apply these things. There's going to be situations where these things may be challenged. When I say challenged, it's not even about debating this, that, and the third, but we may get placed in certain situations depending on where your Taurus house is at, that's where Jupiter is transiting right now. You need to be aware of that house because there may be some things we've learned since Jupiter been in Taurus in that house, and that is going to be something that is going to be opportunity for God to be like, okay, let's see if you really been soaking up game with Jupiter and Taurus. All right, that may have something to do with budgeting. It may have something to do with money management. It may have something to do with how you divide your money in some different type of shape or form with certain investments or what you may be participating with at this time right now. It may have something to do with overindulgence, all right? Because Jupiter likes to expand as a big gassy planet, all right? So expand, big gassy planet, it likes to exaggerate. That's why Sagittarius and Pisces can have an exaggerated, I don't know if this is a word, but they can have an exaggerative type of personality out this mother flipper church, all right? How many examples can we think about their ass exaggerating something? Pisces be on the phone crying to you about somebody breaking their heart, wake up in the morning like, hey, what's up, girl? How you doing? Like, wait, you just woke up on the good side of the bed. Are you okay? He's like, no, that shit, I was on some bullshit last night. You know it. Fuck that nigga, girl. Pisces will flip that switch. He was like, you was dramatic as hell last night. So Pisces get dramatic about the emotions. I got some Pisces bros dramatic in that sense. Like, bro, you go looking too deep into that. That 12th house influence is getting the best of you. All right. Expand your imagination to the positive, not the negative. They don't talk about that part about being a Pisces. They say they just talk about big dreamers, very imaginative. A huge imagination can go both ways. They can have a huge imagination to kill your dumb ass if they want revenge. You better hope they're not paying attention to that dream. You'd hope they're paying attention to a Martin Luther King dream at that time, like a mug. But they're gonna have that dark dream there too. Like, I should get their ass. All right. So don't be playing with Pisces because sometimes they don't know which one of them pieces of their imagination to trust in the moment. That's why we can say their judgment is off at times. That's why. That's the archetype to it. That's the that's the archetype to it right there. The imagination is that big. Okay. And then you got Sagittarius gas shit up all the time, right? They go to the store, come back, have a whole story for you. It's like boy, you just went to the store for 5 minutes. Ain't no way all that happened. Ain't no way all that happened. You just went to the store. He's like, bro, I promise you. You ain't hear all them gunshots. 20 niggas got shot. You ain't hear that? Like, no, I ain't hear no gunshots. Look outside. It's like, where the niggas at? Oh, they must, I don't know. The ambulance must have came got them niggas quick. I don't know, bro. They just got shot. It's like you always gassing something. Sit, eat your sandwich. Whatever. Sit down, eat your sandwich. It's like, niggas never believe me around here. Niggas think I'm always gassing something up. Ain't this a mug? Life of a Sagittarius. All right. Whoever came up with the meme, whoever the first person to post that meme or tweet with the razzle dazzle, whoever started making razzle dazzle a little popular, like all the memes, like every relationships need some toxicity, just for a little razzle dazzle. I bet you that was a Sag. That razzle dazzle energy. When I hear that razzle dazzle, I think of Sag energy. For some reason, it just fits perfectly with y'all. Y'all's good for adding some razzle dazzle like a mother flipper. All right. So, Jupiter energy in general, that shit gonna be challenged from a couple of different alignments. All right. And for the most part, that's what we got going on, y'all. So, first of all, I want everybody to look at their chart, okay, and look at where that Libra house is at, right? So we know this weekend we done set new intentions. I hope y'all, got one with that altar. All right, for all you guys that jumped into any ritual work and all that, got into your salt baths and all of that. Okay. Add a brother and your close friends if you don't mind. Okay. But seriously, guys, I know so a lot of y'all, got settled into the vibe, started working a little bit magic this weekend. Okay. And look at that Libra house in your chart. Look at that Libra house in your chart. You look at that house and you need to count all the houses to your Taurus house, wherever Taurus is at in your chart. This is the main focus of your life right now, leading up to the full moon eclipse in Taurus. All right. These houses, this is where shit is gonna go. This is where the fireworks gonna be. Okay. So the moon done blasted off eclipse energy, foundation set. Boom, it's set already. Okay. Now the accumulation of all the things we're planting into this foundation right now, that's the buildup working up towards this full moon in Taurus. All right. So you got Libra in the 7th house to do. You about to have Aries rising, you're gonna have a whole lot of activity out in the world. All right. The top of that chart finna be buzzing. All right. Your Libra rising is gonna be the fun gonna be coming to you. You got a lot of activity going on in the bottom of that chart. A lot of fun gonna be coming to you. You might be hosting the Halloween party this year. All right. So you have to see where this activity is at, because anything that you set intention on around this time, right, to include within this new cycle in our life, the opportunities to fulfill these things and put energy and time into these things is leading up through activities in these houses. All right. So see what that Libra houses is. Note your Taurus house. Journal if you want to. All right. These areas are going to go through some changes. Meet new people, places, and things through these areas around this time. So by the time you get to the full moon in Taurus, all right, we have a great recollection of what things we've accumulated since our new moon foundation right now that doesn't serve the intentions we're setting right now, but we attracted it somehow. And we're also seeing what things we may not realize in this moment that's still kind of in the way, bringing some sense of resistance towards the intention we're setting right now. All right. We may miss it when the moon is in Scorpio right now. We may miss it when the moon gets into, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. But by the time it gets into Taurus, we ain't missing it if there is a people, someplace, or thing, habit, right, that's still counterproductive towards the things we're trying to manifest in this new cycle. All right, guys. So this is a new phase. All right, is a new phase in this eclipse story. All right. And I just want everybody to be as aware as possible what frequency vibration you're carrying around this time. Our frequency vibration is everything. Our thoughts, emotions manifest the circumstances we're all in this very moment in church, gang, is because of the accumulation of our frequency vibration throughout time and the consistency of the thoughts and emotions we have. Period. 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 That's on period. That's what you like to say, church. All right. So new moon popped off over the weekend. The moon entered Scorpio. All right, moon entered Scorpio this rising, guys. All right, so you probably woke up. Listen, we talk about all this relationship transformation. This been some. We've been in love making times. There's a lot of love making energy in the air right now. What? Venus is in Virgo. This is nurturing wounds energy. Venus getting into Virgo, you start meeting people that want to heal you. Listen, Virgo be needing loving. Virgo be needing loving. That's why Venus in detriment in the mug. Virgo be needing that loving energy. So with Venus and Virgo, you start to see how you could heal and cater, to the insecurities to people in our partnerships around this time, to our loved ones, and to ourselves in general. All right. So that's good love making energy right there. You ever got turned on just because your partner saw something in you? It's not even supposed to be a sexy moment. This is supposed to be this is supposed to be a heartfelt, sentimental moment. But that was so sexy for you seeing this thing in my life and seeing how it's playing out my character. Girl, how you read me like that? You just got a little finer. You was a 7. You was about a 7.7 now. Damn. Intuitive self. All right, intuition be sexy. And I was thinking about something the other day, right? Right? Aries, I'm gonna just use y'all for example. I'm not really trying to pick on y'all, but I'm like, yo, we really got to be careful as astrologers or anybody that's passing on knowledge about astrology when we just be calling everybody any placement wise and two. Like, we got to be careful, or you have to understand how to display both sides and aspects to a placement. Understanding the light and dark charge of maturity to a placement. Because we can't just be going around saying all Aries is intuitive. Some of y'all are reckless as hell. No self-control. But a lot of Aries placements will say, yeah, very intuitive, which is true. So we have to put the shade of color on we got to put the temperament, we have to show both sides of the temperament of placements or whatnot. All right. But I know everybody in the church now. I know a lot of us, got some experience in the game. So the cliche Johns don't, they don't penetrate. That's like somebody talking about, yeah, Libra placements. They're the relationship sign. They're dealing with relationships. And all right, be serious. How you can say relationships, but yeah, don't put committed in front of it. Like, like they dealing with relationship energy. That don't mean that it necessarily mean they the best relationship signs. Like, that doesn't mean like they're the best signs for relationships. So you start to understand, you start to penetrate past the cliches of things a little bit. Like, yes, Libra is the relationship sign. So when it comes to our natural archetype, when it comes into relationship activity, we're gonna have certain traits that we're inclined to navigate relationship activity better. But that same energy is an example of taking advantage of your power, just like every other sign get caught up doing a good portion of their life at times, taking advantage of your power, right? You got all this water energy. You real intuitive in this energy, in this space. You take advantage of that. And sometimes you know how to change other people's feelings and emotions at times about things in a subliminal way. Water signs. It'd be hard not to take advantage of that power. That power is type fire. I ain't gonna lie. That's fire. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Fire signs, y'all power be different and shit. You feel me? Y'all be transforming situations on some other ish. And then people be having to get along with the get along sometimes. It's like, hold on, how you do that? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. New vision, new awareness, new expression. Everybody feeling different about something. Everybody just moving towards the blaze you just left. That'd be fire to me at times. Like, damn, I could just come, just cause chaos and leave. I like that. I like that one too. I like that. That one's fire. Literally. No pun. Okay. I wish listen, you ever seen a fire sign freestyle? Ain't nobody finna improvise better than no goddamn Aries, Leo, Sagittarius artists. They are fire signs. They're gonna get caught. They gonna get confused trying to improvise because they see too much. It's too much to rap about for them. It's too much to paint about. I'm the seer. That should be fire. I ain't gonna lie, that should be fire. Earth signs. Okay. Shout out to the earth signs. Y'all take advantage of y'all power like a mug too. Transactional head asses. All right. You know how to make it feel like you ain't getting nothing out of, you just here for the group and the community, but you're really here for your piece of the pop, but you're good at not getting caught for it. You're good at not giving off that energy. You know when people give off that greedy energy, that thirst energy. Earth signs a little smooth with that. Virgo talk, they smooth with it. All right. Y'all know how to cement some things. Y'all know I don't know how to be on time. But shout out to your earth signs, all right? Because Virgo gonna be at work on time. They're gonna be at work on time like a mother flipper. All right. They could be up with a sneaky link up until 3 a.m. If they gotta get their ass up at 5:30, Virgo is up at 5:30 a.m. Ironing and shit. They doing shit you not even like. They doing like no, don't nobody iron at 4 a.m. Get your ass on, Virgo. So all of y'all be taking advantage of y'all powers. Okay. So y'all be in the comments talking about Boros telling on himself, snitching on us. No, I'm just a real ass nigga. I'm just we into the spirit, y'all. We all into astrology. What's here to fake the funk? we know what these energies. Why we trying to act like we not these motherfuckers? All right, own it. Own it. Stop leaving comments. Listen, church, stop leaving comments and sending me messages. Boro, I can't stand my sun and I can't stand my Venus. You better own that craziness. God gave you that for a reason. Mature it. Nurture it. All right, understand it. Study that part of yourself. Y'all be in here. When y'all be coming in here talking about, Boro, I can't stand my sun and Aries. I can't. That be, you know what I hear? Boro, I hate my dark skin. Boro, I hate my hair. I hate how I look. That's the same shit to me. You better stop hating on yourself and your energies. You better get it together. You better look in the mirror. Find the power in these mugs. Shit. All right. All right. Anyways, moving on. Moon enters Scorpio today, y'all. All right. I'm starting to feel my voice box, my little throat chakra getting a little sore, but in the name of the Lord, we gonna push on. All right. And the moon moved into Scorpio this rising, y'all. Like I said, a lot of love-making energy in the air. We know this month we're gonna transition into that 8th house space. And we know the demons lurk there, y'all. I said the demons lurk in the 8th house, y'all. All right, and the devil been working overtime. So we got to be spiritually prepared moving into that 8th house space. Because you know a mug can't see in that mug. You got to feel your way through. All right. So we get prepared for spooky season. This moon in Scorpio is giving us a little feel of it. We know the moon about to rub up on Mars. All right. The moon rubbing up on Mars in Scorpio. So some of y'all feeling a little, I get it. Some of y'all feeling a little, want to do something strange for a piece of change. Sit down. Okay. Let me see some. Mars 2 degrees. The moon 7 degrees. Yes. So we've been dealing with this conjunction. No wonder I've been jacked up today. All right. After the live stream, the solar, I turned everything off, y'all. I was hibernated. Okay. So understand that's probably why your ass had a crazy release today too, though. That's probably why you had a crazy release around this time too. It was the new moon, solar eclipse, and the moon rubbed up on Mars' ass right after that in Scorpio. We already know Mars and Scorpio is getting to the parts of everything, getting to the meats and potatoes and crevices of everything, and that's of your subconscious. That's of things affecting your passions and goals and your true motives in life, things that you need to transform, things dealing with our traumas. So Mars ain't playing none of that in Scorpio, because Mars' goal in Scorpio is to get these passions and these goals, give it the fuel and gas it needs. All right. But at the same time, Mars got to weed out the eighth house. So when it comes into traumas, insecurities, Mars got to be, okay, I acknowledge this in my eighth house. I acknowledge this form of spiritual baggage here. Now I have more clarity with my direction and intention with passion and goals. Now I have more clarity understanding what I have to transform. All right. So this is why Mars and Scorpio people, or Scorpio people in general, can have certain tolerance levels with things in their life. All right. When it comes into not wanting to deal with this red flag in a relationship, not want to get too deep into that. This and the third Scorpio. That's why they can seem dealing with vulnerability, entering new situations, because they're on a life path. Their whole life path is dealing with filtering out that eighth house. So it's constant. It's a constant. Every person, place, and thing Scorpio energy comes in contact with, right? It's just a reflection of something that's either supporting or a detriment towards things that they got within that eighth house space, within their desires, their passions, and goals. All right. Ladies, y'all ever have a Scorpio friend? Ladies, seriously, this is a serious question. All right. Ladies, y'all ever have a Scorpio female friend? She's dealing with a guy, the guy seemed perfect for her and everything. And she just like, you like, girl, what are you so uptight about? Like, you ain't do nothing. Like, you ever had to calm your Scorpio girlfriend out? Like, relax. You ain't nothing happened. She's like, I know, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna give him a chance. Like, yeah, give him a chance. What do you mean? You think what's wrong? It's like, I don't know, but what? That's what it is. Scorpio may not express what that vulnerability is, why they don't want to give that person a chance. It's most likely because they're still filtering out spiritual baggage from previous situations. That's really all it is. Mars just have too much pride to express that, though. Mars has too much pride. Aries, Scorpio energy, Capricorn be having too much pride to express that they still hung up on something emotionally from the past. That's why Mars is determined to get to the foundation of it in the eighth house. Do you get it, family? You get it? So even when Mars is in water, that deals with connection, even when Mars gets into that feminine nature, it's still aggressive in that space like that. So that's what we all, right? Suspicious as hell. That's what we all under right now. All right. So the moon got us a more of a taste of that energy as we start the week. Moon transit in Scorpio might be some new revelations about things within a relationship activity, right? This week may pop off with some fireworks, with you finding out something that's been a little hidden within partnerships or relationship activity in some type of shape or form. Anticipate that, guys. Lucky days start off with my Scorpios, all right, with my Cancers, with my Pisces, with my Caps, and my Virgos, all right. Those are the lucky days to start the week. Scorpios, Caps, Pisces, Cancers, Virgos. All right, guys. Now, the Sun and Uranus also formed in conjunction today, guys. Right. So whenever we have the Sun, whether it's your personal natal chart or you're looking at transits with something hitting your sun, but whenever there's any type of friction with the sun, that's something we're gonna have to learn to take action on. That's it. When we look at squares and oppositions in general, guys, understand you have to look at it as an equation, and this equation is always pushing you to find the answer. So squares and oppositions in our chart, they're not like things that these are not like circumstances we get hit by and we just say, damn, that shit hit me. Oh, that was a crazy experience. All right, keep it going. No, you have to constantly find answers for this. This is a lifelong issue. This doesn't just go away. Like, you just don't get hit and not reflect. No, you have to. This could continue to affect things in your life on a serious level if you don't become aware of this issue within yourself, aka this relationship of friction of with your own body parts. If your leg got in front of if your right leg just mysteriously jumped in front of your left leg every time you took 3 steps, and your ass can't walk a straight line because you always falling down, you're gonna have to correct that. You're gonna have to get your bow-legged, twisted one leg, but not having self together. All right. And that's what the squares and oppositions are. Us understanding how different parts of us spiritually, energetically, astrologically are trying to do what they're doing in their own perspective areas, aka the signs and houses that they're in, but in some type of shape or form, their position that they're in has friction with another part of yourself. So whenever we're looking at friction, squares, and oppositions to the sun, It's always going to amount to something that's going to have to push you to take action or express yourself in some type of shape or form, or be seen for something in some type of shape or form. Now that we know the sun is in Libra, Uranus is in Taurus. All right. So this is in conjunction between the Venus signs. Guys, there's going to be something that we have to express or take action on to start the week, right? To establish a new sense of value within our partnerships or establishments and communities we may be a part of, depending on where you have Libra and Taurus at in your chart, because that's where the activity is going to start. But when you have sun in conjunct Uranus, we have to be seen for something that's more individual around this time, and that may be something new to people, right? It may be something your ass came up with yesterday. All right, sorry, babe, I'm celibate. It's like, since when? Last night. I meant to tell you this was gonna be our last time doing it last night, but it just happened too quick. So you have to establish something new and take the heat that come with it. All right, don't go too far like that. Don't go that far. Can't just take the love making away like that. All right, that we have to have a talk about that. All right, this is a relationship decision. You're tripping now. But basically, that's what's going on. Sun in conjunct Sun in conjunct Uranus, having to express our individuality, especially when it comes into Venus-like things. So we may have some new individual perspectives and outlooks about things dealing with love, values, especially after this weekend and these transits we've been dealing with throughout Libra season. But it's through the combination of the Venus signs, it's through the combination of where the eclipses are taking place. So that's why that example kind of came to my head, because it's very likely that we may have to express a new value to our partner around this week, a new value within this business partnership. And it's something we really not trying to budge on is Uranus energy. So that's why Uranus deal with so much transformation. That's why Aquarius deal with so much transformation. That's why luminaries in the 11th house may deal with a lot of transformation, because the influence that they're around, it feels like if they move out of individuality, they are super vulnerable towards everything in the world. So they naturally fight for that to be in these positions, but it caused transformation, possibly in partnerships, possibly with different environments in their life. And that's not to say the transformation positive or negative, but that's just the case. That's always how it's going to be with the super individual signs. Uranus, the Mars ruled signs, as how it's gonna be with them. So disagree, man. I got ain't no listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. Gotta do what you gotta do. All right. Our lucky days for our sun sign. When I say lucky days, I'm most likely looking at the luminaries. All right. So when I say lucky, if you got sun or moon in these placements, you could look for that luck at what you if you are. So I just said the lucky days are the water signs, Capricorn and Virgo. So let's say you a Cancer sun, Cap moon. Your sun and moon is in the lucky days. So you want to look at the house that your sun is in, the house that your moon is in, and understand, all right, this where they at, Boro? Where's the luck? You want to look at these houses, right? Where your luminaries are at for the most part. It might just be your moon catching it. All right. But at times the moon lucky days may hit more for the sun lucky days, because the moon is already the receiver. The moon receives. So it might be your sun lucky day, but the sun got to take action. So it may be your lucky day to be seen for something, express something, but there's a chance you might have missed the gap to be seen for it, to express it, to jump into it, to be proactive about it. Moon lucky days, you receiving it, you jump right into it. So you're not going to have to jump onto the stage and express yourself. Your friend, family member might have signed you up and pushed you onto the stage, and you attract the situation, you attract the opportunity. So it kind of be hitting more for the moon when I look at it. But that's what we got. That's what we got going on there. All right. So sun in conjunct Uranus, guys, to start the week out of Libra and Taurus, we could see some transformations in relationship activity, but the transformations is going to be someone expressing something that they have a strong personal stance on. It may create some type of friction. It may come off as a non-negotiable for them, but this may be a point where we start to understand the individuality of our partner. So that's another thing. Is one thing when it comes to compromising and negotiating in relationships, but the process of compromising and negotiating reveals the individuality of your partner at the end of the day. We in this age, we think we could design perfect mother flippers, and we also think we can change people. I used to think, well, let me not say change. I used to, I actually know my character leaves a positive influence on somebody I'm dealing with. But I used to think that, like, I could deal with a girl that ain't into astrology, spirituality, and if we vibe, I get it. No, I cannot. I am not Houdini. I'm no. No, it just don't work like that. You think about it, just come in somebody's life and just implement a whole belief system because you believe into it so much, and it's just something that you just so good at influencing other people about. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You have to do your best to exemplify, what you represent, by just being that, and your external is gonna mold towards that, and you have to believe that. If you don't look at what you've been thinking and feeling and believing on your whole life and look at your life, I think you'll make some connections there, right? So that's that. All right. But we may have to understand the individuality of our partner a little bit more to start this week with some things. You feel me? But it's a Sun Uranus conjunction. Uranus is intense. It can be erratic. All right. A lot of us with Uranus and Taurus, I know my black ass has, but these past 5, 6 years and shit, we've all took all type of risk in our Taurus house. We all took all some type of crazy risk. A lot of us in our Taurus house, in the name of doing something we individually believed in, or standing for something we individually believed in some type of shape or form, or we wanted to manifest in some type of shape or form with that energy there. You're right. That's just how Uranus get down. All right. So we want to keep that in mind when it comes into situations. You start the week, you feel a little nervous because it might be your first time you have to express something. You really inside you stand for it like a mug. In your head, in your heart, you be down for the cause, whatever it is, in your like a mug. But now it's Sunny in conjunct Uranus. You actually got to express it. You got to be seen for it. You got to attach it to your self identity. So these type of energies we dealing with. All right. Now moving on to Moon Day. All right, on the 16th, we have the Moon in Scorpio for the day, guys. Remember, the lucky days stay, but the fixed signs, you are the ones on the hot seat. So my Taurus placements, Leo placements, Aquarius placements. All right, you guys are on the hot seat. You may have to react towards transforming and changing in some type of shape or form, changing your perspective of seeing somebody else's emotional stance on something. Or you guys may be the ones that manifest situations more than others to have to express something that was hidden or you have heavy inside. If you got to let it out, Taurus, if you got to let it out, fix signs, like come on, man, come on with the holding grudge energy. Because if anybody, I don't mean to drag y'all, but I'm a Scorpio stellar, Libra Scorpio cut. So I understand that fixed sign energy, and it's so settled. It's very settled. You don't realize you're being fixed. Like, I mean, you are fixed, but sometimes you don't realize you're being stubborn. That's your nature in a way, right? My 10th house is where all my Scorpio energy is at. My mom, my family can't tell me nothing about what I want to do with my life from a career perspective. My mom think I'm wasting my life. She want me to this day. I'm about to turn 30 at the end of this week, and she still in her head like, this boy has all the potential to be a lawyer, a doctor. I don't get it. He's turning 30, God. I think he still has some time to go to law school, go to med school. Like till this day. All right. So when it comes into what's going on, there ain't nobody finna tell me nothing. But at the same time, I've seen where that stubbornness has set me back when I didn't allow myself to take the advice, right, or have a list open ear and have open eyes towards a different perspective of doing something in the 10th house. And I had to come back and realize, like, damn, if I would have listened to that person, if I wasn't just so concentrated and locked in about how I thought about what I'm doing in my 10th house, I probably wouldn't be dealing with this right now. But that's what we be having to learn in our fixed areas, or a lot of that fixed activity. But we have the positive side as well, you guys being the ones that help keep the glue to things, right? Keep things together. Restaurants, when that fixed sign be leaving, oh man. I used to work in a restaurant. All right. And I like me when I'm in a workspace, especially if it's a team workspace, I'm a Libra sun. Like I'm very cooperative. I'm a team player. I don't like seeing people, the unfair shit, right? People allowing, slacking on their work, creating more stress and work for somebody else. Like, I'm there to help you. You need help with that. So that's me all the way in the work environment. That's me in general. But as a Libra, like I get mad a little. Like I be trying to tell myself, like, relax, it's just work. When I see somebody doing that to somebody else, it get me mad. So there was a couple of cooks in the kitchen at this time, and the lead cook was a Scorpio, and then another lady cook, she was a Scorpio, and they was holding down a lot in the kitchen. They was holding down a lot. Another one of the best cooks was a Taurus sun. All right. But then there was a Gemini sun cook in there. And what we had, Gemini sun cook, a Pisces sun cook. Boy, the mutables. Oh my God. Like they used to do too much sometimes. They used to do too much. The Gemini cook was super cool. Personality was super cool, down to earth as hell, but lousy as hell when it came to certain things. Though that's how he got away with things. So that's how the air sign be taking advantage of their power because they think they could just probably charm and disarm, communicate, smile in people's face, relate. And you realize they not doing no goddamn work. Goddamn air signs. So that used to get me mad. And I remember when them Scorpios got up out of there. I remember when them Scorpios got up out of there, and it got chaotic in there. It got chaotic in there. All right. So fixed signs, Aquariuses. Once Aquarius lead a group, we like, damn. All right, yeah, we really got to put our thinking caps on now. Literally, we really got to put our thinking caps on now. We got to make up for all these ideas, this platoon of ideas we ain't gonna get no more. All that mental direction, all that mental structure, all that direction, knowing how to get the resources for the things we knew, we just is over now. God, DJ. It could be an upcoming rap group or something, right? An upcoming rap group or something. The head leader of it is an Aquarius or something, or one of the most important leaders in there that was one of the ones that started the groups in Aquarius. Once you start getting into the crevices of what's going on, you start realizing how much Aquarius got 85% of the idea of this whole shit going on, whether they're getting the praise for it or not. But if Aquarius is one of the main people that started something, just know that. Just know that. Because they're not so big on just hopping into other people's situations and following on to their ideas like that. So if Aquarius is in it, they're in it because they're giving a lot of value to it. You feel me? But the people need them there for that value because they don't really want to be connected to anything they don't feel like, is adequate to what they're giving mentally, or even their time. Okay. So it just get deep, y'all. It get deep. Okay. Even looking at the Wu-Tang, Wu-Tang is mad niggas. There's 11, 10 niggas in the group, but ODB is a Scorpio, I believe. He one of the star niggas of the group. A lot of people don't even know anybody else in Wu-Tang other than ODB and Method Man because they had a lot of the star power in the group, right? ODB got a bunch of Scorpio energy. Maybe somebody could correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. All right. But yeah, he was very unstable, right? He was unstable. Okay. I don't like how they try to portray ODB because he was one of the realest niggas ever. He one of the realest niggas ever the hip hop game ever seen. But they're gonna portray him a certain way. But you go look up an ODB interview this time Thursday, you gonna see why he dealt with a lot of his scorpionic transformations in his life. Cause Scorpios can't sugarcoat bullshit. They gonna keep it too real. They gonna keep it too real. All right. But yeah, his unstable ass used to bring a lot of chaos to the group. Man, granted, is a group of 11 people, so that's hard to manage for everybody. The leader of the group, RZA, is a Cancer. All right. So cancers are the ones to be able to birth something like that in the first place. If anybody is, you have the leader as a cardinal sign, it's cardinal water, is the moon. So at the end of the day, it don't matter what the rest of the zodiac signs are. It don't matter if Method Man is a Pisces, ODB is a Scorpio. It don't matter the rest of their signs. The leader is a Cancer. This nigga inflicts the whole emotional foundation of all of it. He got all he had to sign a 5-year contract. He got all of you broke niggas to give y'all life to him for 5 years. And he told y'all, like, look, I just need y'all lives for 5 years. I got this dream. I got this outlook. I believe in y'all. He used the Cancer moon to uplift them. And now all these niggas in the hood, they're like, damn, RZA, we think we really can make it out the hood and do it big with this music. Think this, that, that. He's like, yeah, I got y'all. Like, just let me be the cardinal water, set the foundation with this. Let me make the connections we need to make. When I need y'all in the studio, all right, I need y'all to come through and do what y'all do. I'm gonna put y'all in position. This is Cancer shit. I'm shifting the vibration or something. You feel me? Cancer energy is really gangster as hell. All right, but there you go. There you go. You know that Cancer Moon knew how to uplift, had good timing on when to black on a nigga and when to uplift a nigga. All right, Cancer Moon. This is a wise Cancer Moon. This is Jupiter's exaltation. Go listen to a RZA interview. Man got wisdom for ages. All right. So you got to be knowing your modalities, how your modalities get you in the way. I seen Brother Nina say, I'm trying to play Taurus like they don't got good ideas. No, Taurus is one of the smartest signs too. I be needing the fixed signs. Like my cardinal head ass. Fixed signs, man, fixed signs come in my life. Especially Tauruses, man. Aquariuses be annoyed at me. You go interview Aquariuses in my life, they annoyed at my ass. Yo, how's your relationship with Boro? Man, that nigga needs to learn every week. That nigga don't know how to find out nothing on his own. Always fucking calling me, asking me some shit. Can I hook this up for them? Can I connect them to that? Can you put me onto this? My bad, y'all. But y'all niggas just be knowing. I know I could go to Google and find out, but I know if I ask you, you gonna probably send me the right article. Google, I'll probably be looking at mad different articles till the shit hit. You probably send me, you send me right to the right YouTube video article to watch. You just be knowing. All right? It's just that, the Libra Aquarius connection, we don't got no sun energy. So the fucked up part about this, we got ideas galore, but don't shit get done. That's why we need to bring some sun in the pic, bring a Leo in the picture. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep Leo and Aquarius from not beefing. That should be hard. That should be hard. The moment Aquarius says, "Nah, I don't feel that." The moment Aquarius say that shit to one of Leo ideas, it's like, "Oh, here we go." And Leo, what you mean? What you don't see? The Libra nigga Boro ain't saying nothing. What did you not see now? And they gonna say it like that now, because there's always something with you. There's always a new idea and thought with your ass. Could never let a nigga just express himself and be seen for some shit. That's how Leo really feel about y'all Aquarius. This is how they really feel. If you're a Leo, if you're Aquarius, they ain't a Leo. This is how they really feel about you. And you Aquarius, so you don't be knowing how you be condescending at times. You don't know how you be disrespectful at times when you be talking. Y'all top three at that. Top three disrespectful as hell, but literally don't know that they being fake disrespectful. Like sometimes y'all be saying things to people to help people realize how to get the answer on their own, but you do it on a degrade. Like your delivery be degrading as hell. You ask them some shit, whatever, and then somebody asks you something. You ask them a question to help them realize they knew the answer all along, and you say some shit like, "Yeah, you see how you just did that by yourself?" See, that's gonna make me want to fight. What if I couldn't do it by myself? So I asked you. I need you to help me find it. Smart Aquarius person. All right. You feel me, Shell? Aquariuses get the, and if Aquarius mess with you or mess with the idea, then they get prideful about it. They get prideful about getting you the answer or the right resource. Like, oh, you want to start selling weed? Look, listen, I'm gonna send you a plug right now. You got the best prices from this nigga. Get this thing. You got the best price. You got some ZA. You got pounds of ZA for right now for like 1,700. Like they'll jump in. You'll see them jump into Leo energy when they get into a position to help you build something that they see potential. Like, ooh, that's actually like not a lame ass human idea. Like that's some shit right there. That's you bright. Like you actually be like trying to put your ideas together, create shit. Nah, yeah. Take these sources, take my resources, go do your thing. Let me see your ideas flourish. You'll see Aquarius jump into Leo energy. That's when they want to get pride. But the funny thing about it, when the person actually manifests all that they manifest from the Aquarius person resources, Aquarius still not even trying to take credit. Like they really wanted this. They really just literally happy for you being a progressive thinker. Like that is like, wow, somebody a free thinker. Wow, somebody really like pay attention to their higher ideals about things and experiments with them. And doesn't just try to be regular. Doesn't like you actually trying to think out the box. I like that. Here, I ain't gonna charge you. Take the resource for free. Go be somebody. Go be somebody with your thinking self. All right. That's why y'all began the other Aquarius, because we humans. All right. You gotta be part alien a little bit to get that type of grace I just said. If you ain't part alien, if you ain't got that little bit of extraterrestrial up in you, all right, up in your ancestry DNA, you ain't gonna get that from them. You be gonna get the average Aquarius. Like, what are you talking about? It's 2023, bro. Use Google. Fuck. That's the Aquarius you're gonna get for the most part. All right. So that concept I made, it was a little imaginary if you ain't an alien. All right. Boy, that abstract thinking turned Aquarius on. I'm telling y'all, ladies, some of y'all got a nigga right now. Y'all dealing with Aquarius. You're about to lose the nigga. I'm telling you right now, ladies, stop asking the nigga dumb shit. I'm telling you right now. You don't think it's that serious. You don't think it's that serious. Right? You think you all cute and adorable. Because ladies, y'all know y'all get to be annoying on purpose. That's like a natural. It's like a natural power y'all have down here. You know you could be in a relationship and bug this shit out of a nigga, but it don't matter. It's like it's a feminine world. It's like, nigga, take this annoying energy and shut up. So as niggas, we kind of get that. We get some of the spiritual dynamic to that. But some signs gonna struggle with that a little bit more. Some signs gonna struggle with the spiritual law of that some more. If I had a girlfriend right now, I'd know when to let her. And what is it? Tuesday? All right, fuck it. I ain't let her get her shit off in a while. Go ahead. Let her be crazy for today. You gotta, fellas. You gotta put a little time limit on her shit. That's all. So if you let her be crazy on Tuesday, once it hit 12 o'clock, that's it. It's Wednesday, motherfucker. That's it. I gave your ass 24 hours to let it out. Get back to normal now. All right. Your next crazy day is on the lunar eclipse on the 28th. All right. You got one more left this month. So you got to put the limit on it. Okay. Man, boy, telling me really be turned off if a woman has low IQ. Listen. Aquarius and Scorpio. I say Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries. Those are the top 3 signs I track in my life. Top 3. But Aquarius is really like one. Like they're everything to me. Like ex-girlfriends, family members, best friends, teammates. All like Aquarius. I can't leave. I meet y'all every year. Like all the time. I do so many readings for y'all ass. Like I can't get away from y'all ass. But I really think it's because my sun in Libra and my South Node in Gemini. And I'm just a full of air nigga. Y'all just complete the puzzle out this motherfucker. But yeah, just Aquarius, ladies, you're dating Aquarius guy, relax. Know your day to while out. Know when it's your day to while out. Cause y'all intuitive. So you be knowing when you annoying, but you know like, all right, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it tonight. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. All right. All right. So so that's Moon Day, guys. That's Moon Day for the most part. Those are the lucky days. And fixed signs are on the hot seat. Now moving into Mars Day on the 17th. All right. The moon. Excuse me, I'm bugging. I didn't even get into Moon Day like that. So yeah, Moon Day, Moon in Scorpio, and then we're gonna have Moon opposing Jupiter in Taurus. All right. So we start out tomorrow. We're gonna have Moon in Scorpio for the day. We already understand lucky days, who's on the hot seat, but that Moon being in Scorpio does have that friction with the placements in Taurus. Now, this is important because we know we just came off of new moon energy, new moon solar eclipse energy, which the eclipse energy is focused in the Venus signs, right? So as the moon just fresh out of one Venus sign, right? Now it's opposing energies that it's pretty much looking towards getting towards that destination next, right? For its release, right? Okay. So the moon's gonna have to use its pit stop to use the bathroom at when it gets to Taurus. All right, so we're gonna get all the release in that. So when it comes into the moon opposing Jupiter and Taurus, once again, we already gonna have the okay, so that's Sun and Uranus in conjunction on today. But when we get into the Jupiter energy, like I said, Jupiter energy, whenever it deals with oppositions, whenever it deals with squares, this is opportunities for us to show the world, to show universe, like, look, the things that I learned, I could apply. I could be an example for it. I could teach it to somebody else. All right. So this is going to be in our Taurus house, and then when we look at our Scorpio house, where we have the moon at right now, where we have Mars at right now, this week starts off with us seeing the dynamic about spiritual baggage, right? Whether it's insecurities and traumas, okay, Scorpio energy, and also our once again the things that we're motivated about, the things we're motivated to transform, the things that inspire us to get into that Phoenix energy, right? These things we get a clear feel for these things to start the week, but with the opposition of these energies to Jupiter and eventually Uranus in Taurus, it helps us to see what we're connected to in the physical realm that may have a hold over the flesh, because we know Taurus rules the five senses. We know it rules materialism. We know that all of that. Go get you a massage by a Taurus, all right? Or go give a Taurus a massage. You go get some resources out of that. All right. Give the right Taurus woman, fellas, give the right Taurus woman a massage. Let me not even say too much. All right. But for the most part, okay, we're going to be seeing how the things that we need to, because that's what the moon and Scorpio do, right? It gets us in touch with our subconscious and our attachments. And once again, the things that'll help us move into the transition or transformation of that Phoenix energy, aka rising out of dark energies, rising out of anything with spiritual baggage or that's heavy in the subconscious, and helping us get to our more motives and goals. So since the moon activates that, once again, boom, post Taurus and anything dealing with materialism, anything dealing with overindulgence, attachments in the physical realm, man, we could still experience some eclipse shutouts from these things. We're now in the cycle with this next 6 months to a year. So we can start seeing the remnants of extreme things happen because we're overindulging into Venus things. All right. Especially within this phase right here. Like, it's one thing when we get past the full moon in Taurus, but leading up to it, this phase, right? Moving from our Libra house to our Taurus house, this is not the time to overindulge in anything with Venus energy. Like, all that we've been talking about stays very active right now. All right. Us moving into that energy only creates the portal for the eclipse to do what it wants to do and shut it out, darken something, right? Create more of a hectic cycle with something, because it feels like that's the only way we're going to understand or want to separate from something, make it intense, make it hard. So we want to separate from it. And that's usually what happens for a lot of the times for us humans, because the flesh is strong, ain't it? Church, I said the flesh is strong, ain't it? The other night when I was driving to church, this little thing tried to come up in my car and ask Pastor if I had any money to do a little something, something. Now, she was a young, pretty nice girl. I tried to give her some saving, all right? But you know what? Pastor got respect for everybody. Come as you are. Pastor got respect for the gangsters. Pastor got respect for the hoes. If hoeing is what you got to do to get through, I know God is going to see you through it now. And your saving is going to come eventually. It may not be this lifetime. All right? The whole monster might have got to you, but that don't mean you can't come to church. All right? You need to keep your vessel sanctified as much as possible if you're in that lane anyways. So you might as well come to church. All right now. So Pastor, welcome everybody. I told you Pastor used to be into some things in the past, all right? During that, leading up to the new moon eclipse, Pastor let out some demons in front of you. I told you Pastor used to have a relationship with the rock. All right? That was my testimony. I don't care what you're doing. You can come to church. All right? If you're overindulging into Venus energy, you're doing a little bit, just calm the hoeing down a little bit. That's all. All right? Just calm it down a little bit. You can get back to hoeing a little bit after the full moon lunar eclipse. Actually, you can't, but you know what I'm trying to say. God is good. God is good. I'll share. Sorry if that one was a little bit too vulgar for the children in church. But the way society is going now, these little ones is hoeing too. Maybe some of your kids that's in here right now need to listen to this word. We need a thank. We need a throw. Listen, if you got kids in the church right now, where the holy water? Fill the bath up. We baptizing all you little niggas today. This is a surprise baptism party for everybody 16 and under. Throw your kids in the pool. Throw them in there, y'all. I don't know what your kids paying attention to. They're bringing the sexy blues and the sexy reds to the schools to perform and talk to the kids. They got the gorilla lady. Throw the kids in the pool. You know what? So it's crazy out here, y'all. It's looking crazy out here, y'all. They want y'all to overindulge in Venus. They want y'all to lose your goddamn mind. They want y'all to do. Listen, let me tell you something right now. Y'all. I told y'all, Instagram is the devil. Instagram is the devil. All right. I really try to live my time on that motherfucker. I try to just go post, get out. I like posting a lot of funny things on Instagram, right? I like posting. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know I like to keep, when I'm on it, I like to keep my story lit with a lot of funny shit. I like Brighton and Sun conjunct Jupiter. We gonna get some humor up here. We're gonna raise some vibrations around here. But Instagram is the devil. That's all I really gotta say. That's all. It is hard to not have your desires triggered on that gram thing. All right. I'll be having to stay off that, John. And I'm just looking at energies recently. I'm like, okay, Sexy Red posts accidentally, right? Yeah, accidentally posts a sex tape. Then I woke up today seeing some shit with Blueface mom ass on it, and I'm like, yo, what is going? There's kids on this thing, man. What is going on? The world is so freaky. They want us to get lost in our desires around this time. You get lost in your desires and everything around this time. You get lost in your flesh and your pleasures and your Venus around this time. This is not the time. This is not the time. All right. Stay strong out there. Get a little abstain game going on, gang. All right. We get into the 8th house. You finna know if you got an attachment or you need to transform something out this mug. You finna know if you don't know. All right. So don't be having these. They'll have these celebrities talking about accidentally posting things. There is a process. When you press OK, you gotta. Then the caption part comes up. If you want to put a caption, OK, then you gotta press OK again. But niggas just accidentally post shit. No, these motherfuckers is puppets. They're pushing agendas, and the agendas is nothing but a frequency vibration. I was having an argument with a friend of mine the other day because they told me there's no problem with Sexy Red coming to perform at high schools. And I said, listen, if I went to go pick up my sophomore daughter from school and she come in the car talking about, oh, we just sexy. What the fuck is Sexy Red doing in high for what? A freshman could be 13 years old. You could be 13 around a freshman. You probably like 14 and shit. You could be like 13, 14 as a freshman. What does Sexy Red, what influence does she have to bring to the school? And how do other authorities, principals, how do y'all stand there? And she's been to high schools. You feel me? Like, come on. And I'm not so much, y'all know me as the Lucky Libra. Y'all know I'm not so white and black. Like, it's just like, what's life without some twerking? Let's be honest. Fellas, y'all doing too much. Telling women stop twerking. Y'all doing a little too much now. All right. I think the lesson is there's a time and place for everything. Y'all be trying to tell them stop. Don't tell them stop all the way. You crazy? I ain't trying to walk to no cookouts in the hood. Ain't seeing no twerking. No, there's a time and place for everybody, for everything now. I told y'all, ladies, I'm gonna fight for y'all when I see the world trying to take y'all out y'all and the natural shit too. They trying to take twerking away from y'all. No, I put my foot down. This is, fellas, they tricking us. They tricking us. This is not the message we should be promoting. All right. But on a serious level, what does Sexy Red need to be in a school for? In at least colleges, whatever, man. By the time you're in college, like I've been in 3 different colleges, you feel me? I went to all white school. I went to a very diverse school, and I graduated for HBCU. I didn't see it all, so I get it. By the time you're in college, you real close to that adult age. You're going through your notary return and all that, whatever. But no, I'm not picking up my freshman, sophomore daughter, and she's talking about Sexy Red at the high school. For what? For what? For what? For what? But this is the age we in, y'all. This is the age we in right now, where people are overlooking how frequency vibrations are easily pushed on their phone, on the thing you're holding for the majority of the day. And then you're in a place when you say something about these energies, you the hater, you the one looking too deep into things. You know, my homie the other day my homie's like, bro, so what? Sexy Red is performing in high school, bro. When we were in high school, what the fuck was we listening to? I said, bro, that don't fucking matter. That don't fucking matter. I was listening to Young Jeezy all day in high school freshman year. I wasn't selling no bricks. I understand that. Okay. But hoeing is real. You could get to hoeing real quick before selling the brick. The life to hoeing be right there. Get into a brick. They got to do a lot of things. I don't even know what to do with a brick. What do you do with this? How you cut it up? What's the thing Jeezy said in the song again? Where's the baking soda? What I do with the baking soda? What's next? I don't even know what to do with the brick. All right? I got to call the homies here. Take this. Just give me whatever you make money off this. Just give me a little something from. That's all. I don't know what to do with this. I'm going to die or go to jail holding this. All right? But hoeing is right across the street. We all get a chance to hoe every day. Every day is a day to hoe. All right? So the agendas, all right? I can't even tell the difference from the male rappers and the female rappers nowadays. I can't even tell the fucking difference. They both look the fucking same. They both look the same. What the fuck is the difference between Lil Baby and Sexy Red? Really, what is the difference? I really don't know. Music ass. What are you really talking about? It's the same motherfucker. These are the same niggas. I'm trying to tell y'all. They just put in different wigs on these mother flippers. The only difference between Lil Baby and Sexy Red, one got a red wig on, one got fake black dreads. That's the only fucking thing. It's the same nigga. All right? So guys, I tell y'all all the time, we're a small percentage in the world. We're a small percentage. So we got to be righteous. We got to stand true on this shit in our own lives. And that's how we all connected together. Because they're trying to turn the world upside down. And whether we want to fight this battle or not, we in it. That's why a lot of us is here in the first place. I'll be forgetting that's part of the reason I signed up for this shit. Some days I'll be going to sleep like, God, I'm done. I don't give a fuck about getting earth uplifting the vibration in this motherfucking all that star seeds. I don't give a fuck. I don't care no more. I'm about to just experience. But then I'll be waking up in the morning, my bad, God. I was just this third dimension was third dimensioning again. You know, it gets to me at times. All right, what's the mission this week? What I got to do? All right. So I get it, y'all. But we signed up for this mother flipper. We signed up for it. That's why we the black sheeps like hell in our lives. I know I be putting posts like what signs, placements, the black sheeps, all of us in here, because we into this. We all in here. And that's why we all probably got some of them placements I be naming anyways with the black sheeps. Okay. All right. But it's funny speaking of that, because Sun Uranus is beefing with each other. So that's an example today, right now. That's me getting the Sun Uranus shit together. Me standing on some shit individually, knowing I could get prosecuted. Okay, Uranus be setting us up to be on the fucking cross. Now that I really think about it, Uranus always in our ear, like, nigga, jump. Nigga, who gonna tell you what? Stand on that. Nigga, you representing us. We don't give a fuck about them. Nigga, we got to get this power. Nigga, you got to take a risk. That's how Uranus talk. That's how Uranus talk. Look at the house you have Uranus in. Tell me you don't be getting them thoughts in them houses. Nigga, who gonna tell you what here? Nigga, you got to stand on your own shit here. You got to establish your own shit here. Nigga, that's how you gonna get some power, or they gonna take advantage of you here if you don't establish yourself. You know what? It don't even matter. Just change this whole shit. Just transform. Just fuck the whole shit up. We gonna start some new shit. Just don't even matter. Just fuck it all up. This is what Uranus be telling us to do in that house. All right. So it's Sun conjunct Uranus. We might have to be seen for that different shit, and it might get a little chaotic, might be a little offensive. But sometimes God uses you like that. God uses you like that. All right. Shout out to them Uranus signs. Shout out to them Aquariuses. Shout out to them Scorpios, all right? Shout out to you 8th houses. Shout out to your 11th houses. That's all. That's big Uranus energy. All up in the mugs. All up in the mugs right there. My birthday was Friday the 13th. It was so nice. Man, happy solar return to you, Nelly. You know, somebody was sending me pictures of a somebody was sending me a Tracism in the building. You ain't never late for service, woman. Because your spirit is here. Your spirit, even when you guys not here, you're here. All right. Somebody was sending me pictures of a wedding they went to during the solar eclipse. They had the sun in the horizon and everything. I was like, God damn. Get married on the solar eclipse. I hope y'all both are very optimistic about this. Because if one person ain't seeing eye to eye on this was not the good date for this. That vibe might linger. And then the person that was sending me the pictures was like, yeah, the bride don't really look into it. I said, oh shit. At least the pics look good. Fuck it, right? At least the pics look good, y'all. Fuck it. Sometimes you just gotta, memories is all we have. Sometimes we don't miss the motherfucker. We just miss the memories. All right? It's a lot of motherfuckers I don't miss, but I be like, damn, the memories, I ain't gonna lie. That was all right, man. That was nice, you know? Mm-hmm. All right, so Moon opposing Jupiter in Taurus, guys, having to have a more wiser, expanded look on our desires, on our attachments. Guys, this energy can have us kind of move not fast, but extreme. Scorpio's an extreme energy. Moon done activated Mars today. So, we're way more emotionally invested into things dealing with our passions and goals and things we're determined about and wanting to transform in general and getting over obstacles. We could be a little bit more sensitive and emotionally invested in those things in general right now. So then when it hits Jupiter extreme as hell, Uranus extreme as hell. They both extreme ass energies. Okay. Just look at the signs, like, once again, not to go back off track, but just look at the signs they rule. These signs be extreme. These signs are extreme. Sagittarius, Pisces are extreme within their given way. Sagittarius can be extreme with how they jump into new experiences and trust God and faith without no regard for gravity and physical dimensions. They just jump into that adventure, jump into a portal for something, and be like, man, it is God got me. All right. So you can break that down in whatever type of way you want to. And then Pisces is extreme with how they deal with connection and extreme with how they deal with potential energy. Right. So at times, Pisces could get so frustrated looking at something from a potential state that they do something extreme, not knowing how it's going to pan out. But that's frustration from just keeping on dreaming on something or keeping on looking at something from a potential state or what could be. Pisces like, yo, fuck this situation. Like, yo, it's good. Are we dating for marriage or what? It's like, goddamn, whoa. But this ain't goddamn whoa. Pisces been staring at the potential all this time. Y'all been kicking it for months now. You ain't say shit concrete to Pisces. All they do is go to sleep. Oh my God, the potential. It feels so good when we touch. It feels so good when we connect. It feels so good. What else could feel good? So you got this Pisces lost with no foundation of what y'all doing. It's eating her or him alive. Okay, so then they might just be extreme. It might be an argument that leads into them wanting to ask that. It may be a mood. Water signs, moods is their thing. That's their shit right there. Fuck communication. I'm about to throw a mood at this nigga. That's their shit right there. That's their shit. Okay. So that's what we got. We got to hold it down with that moon opposing Jupiter energy. Can't be too extreme, especially when it comes to our desires. That's how you know you're really out of alignment around this time. This energy can make you go really hard trying to get something you desire. This like it's like I remember one time a long time ago, y'all. Sorry, y'all. There's a lot of superstitious ass energies in the air right now. I'm just reflecting. Water, moon, and Scorpio should be having you reflect a lot. I remember one time, this is a perfect example of doing too much for your desires. I remember one time, this is a while ago. This is probably like 24, 5 or something. I'm back in New York, fresh out of college. couple years after college or whatever, living in my mom Duke's crib. I think I was fucked up one time and I was being a whole crackhead, right? I really needed weed or some shit. I was being a whole crackhead, but it was late as hell. It's late as hell. All right, but New York City is the city that never sleep, y'all. For real, for real. But like that vibration is for real in that shit. Like you really lose sleep going to New York City. But it was late as hell, and I wanted some weed. And a part of me spiritually was like, nigga, just go to sleep. You fiending right now. 3, 4 a.m. Go to sleep. Drink some water, eat some bread, take your ass to sleep. But no, I was determined for my desire. Oh, I was determined. All right. I eventually got in touch with a plug, this and the third, fucked around and drove to the destination, got the weed, tried to turn my car back on or some shit, and my battery was dead. Something was messed up. And I'm like, this, you know what? This is what I get. It's 4 a.m. I'm broke as hell in the middle in the Bronx with weed. I even got rolled up to sit here and smoke in my misery. I'm gonna roll up in the house. I didn't even bring it with me. So now I'm just sitting here broke. So I was just like, this is what I get. Even in my lowest moments, I'll be spiritual. Yeah, I'm really sitting there like, damn, God, I knew I was feeding for my fucking desires. This is what I get. This is what happens when you don't have no goddamn self-control with this flesh and you try to live to please the flesh. Do you hear what I'm saying, church? You can't live to please this. Once you know how to have this be obedient to you, oh, you in a powerful space, family. Ashe. All right. There was some times Pastor used to do some dark things for that plant. All right. I had to rebuke that spirit many a times, church. All right. So as much as I pray for y'all, I be needing y'all to pray for me too now. Ashe, God is good. That plant, that devil's lettuce. We need to change the name of that. We need to rebuke that vibration in the first place. That's the heaven's grass. That's the heaven's spinach. We need to change the name. But seriously, y'all, God, universe is gonna show you when you do too much for your desires at times, or you doing too much for your Venus. You doing too much to have your flesh taken care of right now. You doing too much. You're doing too goddamn much. All right. This is a strong theme here. This is really now off topic. This has everything to do with this week being the first week post new moon eclipse. We, like I said, like a lot of us is learning how to do without something that makes us feel good, or at least learn how to hold ourselves down and not start itching and sweating when we have to go a couple of hours without it. All right. my transformation blew on my way. I'm not even gonna repeat that comment from Sister Tracism. All right. But I can just show it on the chat. I can't say it, but I'll display it. That's an Aquarius for you right there. Didn't I say it was intense earlier, chat? But that's my Sister Tracism. She's a longtime congregation member. Don't judge, sister. She's giving her testimony. All right, Sister Tracism. Ashe, come as you are. Sometime Pastor had to go out his way to get some of the good thing that God blessed you ladies with. I done drove hours and miles for that before, family. Yes, I have. That's probably the number one desire. I gotta learn to control other besides the devil's letter. All right. That's one thing we got to pray for control of every week. All right. Church, you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying, church? All right. All right. Not right now, though. Not right now. We got to relax right now. All right. It's good love making time, but make love in moderation. In moderation. All right. Motherfuckers got to get up for work. Okay. All these Scorpio energies coming together. You'll start losing your mind. The Big Bang one already landed already. Mars already landed in Scorpio. So now is the free for all with desires. God really set us up. Gave us an eclipse season and Venus signs where we got to control things that make us feel good. But then Mars got to enter Scorpio right after. I see what you're doing, God. You not slick. You a wise God. You know that, God, but I see what you're doing. All right, I'm part of you. You ain't gonna get me on this one. All right. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I definitely faced a consequence recently for falling into bad cravings. Thank God I'm okay. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, man. We all done been through. Some of y'all can relate to the emergency tree story. All right, I see Master Glam in the building throwing it up. The emergency tree situations is tough. Those is tough. You really got to pray through some of those. Those situations make you feel like a crackhead. You just ain't nothing else to call yourself at that time. It is 3 a.m. I'm broke, and I'm asking my plug. Let me get an eighth. I'll get you back when I get right. It's 3 a.m. I'm giving crackhead energy right now. Let's just call it what it is, family. It is okay if your testimony is that you used to move in the vibration of a crackhead. It is okay if that's your testimony. I still receive you with open arms here. All right. It is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. I remember one time I drove a while to get some ass. All right. I'm talking about hours, states. This is sleepover. Just for some ass. After the release, I realized I don't even like this person. I got to spend the whole week. I just drove states. What done my desires and got me into some BS, Lord. I done drove all the way from New York to Boston to get some ass. I don't even like this girl like that. Her personality is killing me. I think I'm gonna have to abort mission. I'm leaving in the morning. Look what my desires and got me into. All right. A lot of y'all done sustained a lot of situationships and connections because of the flesh. All right. This mother flipper is no good for me, but they good for my body. They ain't good for me, but they good for my body. I ain't gonna lie, Lord. I didn't know you could produce. I didn't know you provided pleasures that feel like this in this earthly realm. This type of pleasure is hard to walk away from. Why would you even create something that feel like this? Why would you let a woman be able to do things like that, Lord? You know what type of spiritual strength I gotta have to walk away from this God. You know what type of nightmares I'm finna have after I walk away from this one. I'm gonna have to be single for years because ain't no this the only person I'm gonna be thinking about. I done met the perfect girl, but just because she don't put it on me like that, I can't even commit. I can't. I'm in between a rock and a hard place, God. So that's why you got to get out your desires. You get too deep in your desires, you can't even start seeing what's good for you. You can't even receive what's good no more. This sanctified good man, good woman you've been looking for, just fell right in your lap. It can't even do nothing for you right now. You too lost in your desires. You can't even see everything else they provide in your life, the stability, and you can't see it. You like, I need to get to my desires right now. All right. I was looking for you a couple years ago, but Boro did warn me. It was eclipse season. Mars got into Scorpio. I knew I should have never gave her something. She was giving me that crazy look. I know what that look mean. I should have stayed away from her. Now I'm in a bind. I'm in a bind, Nate. I'm in a bind, Nate. I'm between a rock and a hard place. So I'm sending prayer for everybody. I'm sending prayer for everybody. All right. My Libra, pray for my Libra Scorpio had asked too. All right, because spooky season is just starting. Okay, so as Moon opposing Jupiter and Taurus, and then we also gonna have Jupiter in conjunct Saturn. All right, Jupiter in conjunct Saturn. Uh, so when Saturn and Jupiter start getting the beef, this is a clear indication of having to stabilize some experience or slow things down. Whenever something's at friction with Saturn, it got to get slowed down. But the thing that we're slowing down is active because Moon is going to be opposing it. Now, understand, Moon in Scorpio energy, Mars in Scorpio energy. We know the Moon receives. The Moon is going to be opposing Jupiter and Taurus. Now, Jupiter deals experiences. Don't think our wisdom is not going to deal with us having to not pay attention to, things that got control or got some type of influence over our flesh. over a desire you may have. It may be a desire to get money. It may be a desire for something else. It don't have to be sexually related, but we may have to learn how to walk the thin and narrow and not pay attention to the noise outside. That may be part of the lesson right here, showing that I see the temptations. I don't have to overindulge into this, or I see access provided for this desire thing that makes me feel good, but I know that I don't have to say yes. Like, so these situations gonna play out in different ways. Once again, it's gonna be stemming out your Scorpio house and stemming out your Taurus house. All right. Right now, if you in a bind with somebody, if somebody got you in the eighth house and it's hard to get out, all right, they may really try to pull a fast one on you to start this week. To be honest with you, they may really try to. They may really just try to get something out of you that they don't usually get out of you, whether it's some money, some type of resources. Like, okay, I know you giving me the best. I know I told you that was the best. What's the name I've ever got in my life, but that don't mean I'm finna just come here manipulating the brother now. All right. But if you go ahead and do the thing again, I may be able to send you a little something. How much you said you need? Just come over and do that little thing again. Why y'all think the eighth house rules other people's resources? Come on, y'all. It's the lucky Libra. Y'all don't. I'm here to help y'all make sense of some of this shit. Like, I know we get into astrology, we start learning this. Okay, this house represent that. No, they be trying to hide the real shit. Why y'all think the eighth house deal with other people money? Why y'all think? Anybody got an answer? It's a reason for everything, y'all. The seventh house don't rule that mug. All right. The seventh house do got some influences with them agreements and contracts, though. I ain't gonna lie. So we do got a little touch on that too. But Scorpio getting their hands on other people's resources. All right. Go ask Scorpio how they do it. All right. Go ask them how they do it. But I think y'all put it together in the chat. I think y'all put it together. Yeah, you get it. You get it. Okay. So that's what we got going on there. Jupiter in conjunct Saturn. So it's gonna be an opportunity to take things we have knowledge and wisdom about and establish a new presence with it, right? Establish it in real time. Saturn, be able to put restrictions on certain experiences. A lot of us will be in alignment just saying no to certain experiences and not feeling the need to explore everything just because it comes with a sense of a thrill. Does this have potential to throw off your sense of stability and things you're planting and you're in motion with right now? Right? Take heed to that. Okay. So that's what we want to pay attention to. Whenever there's a lot of activity with Jupiter, is understand. You see, we go through it. Whenever we have BOROSCOPE transit, you see a lot of Jupiter activity. Like, damn, Jupiter got activity on Monday, Jupiter got activity on Wednesday. This week could be a little bit up pace, and this week we'll deal with potentially a lot of new experiences, right? Things you might have not experienced before in a mild or major way. So we have to have discernment, understand it. Is this an experience that I know I need to embrace for some sense of spiritual development, to gain some knowledge for something, to gain some wisdom about something? Or this is an experience like, no, I don't need no parts of this right now. So let's utilize our discernment as best as possible. All right. So that's Moon Day, moving into Mars Day on the 17th. The moon enters Sagittarius, all right, in the middle of the day around 3:37 p.m. The moon enters Sagittarius on Mars Day around 3:37 p.m. All right. So you have nice sextile energy, okay? Sun in Libra, moon in Sagittarius. I already told you guys, makes a nice nice pairing right there, because it adds a sense of optimism to relationship activity. This allows you and partnerships to look at new perspectives of things, or it's easier to trade philosophies and outlooks about things to manifest a mutual understanding around this time. We could access the optimism and the positive outlook that's needed for any type of partnership crises or issues we may be dealing with around this time. So, like I tell you, Sagittarius always likes to make light of things. It does not like heavy energy. All right. So that adds a nice vibration to things we got going on with Libra. And then Mercury and Libra will also have some friction going on with Uranus in conjunction. All right. So we got to kind of take our time. Moon and Sagittarius kind of speeds things up. When the moon is in fire, that that already speeds the temperament up. And the ruler of Sagittarius, Jupiter, is already dealing with activity the 2 days before we get into the moon in Sagittarius. So we could be a little jacked up that day. You might have to tell yourself, calm down. You don't have to try to get 1,000 things done in one day, moving into the mid portion of the week. It's a lot of intense energies. We're coming out of a new moon solar eclipse, guys. So we could still be dealing. We could. A lot of us are going through different phases right now, even physically. I know a lot of y'all was in super nap mode this weekend. You feel like you got to rest a lot, so you're going through different upgrades physically as the eclipse season and all of that. So, we have to make sure with new surges of energy that we do get around this time that they don't just get dispersed anywhere. We're intentional about how we conserve our energy, who gets access to our energy, where we're delivering our energy, right? So that has a lot to do with how we follow up the solar eclipse transit. All right, but moon enters Sagittarius on Mars Day, and then lucky days will move into my Saggies, into my Aries, into my Leos, into my super lucky day for Libra, and then lucky day for Aquarius. All right. So that's what we got going on with that. But yeah, with Mercury, excuse me. So yeah, Mercury and Libra, we already gonna deal with Sun having funny money energy with Uranus, right? Then Libra catches up and gets friction with Uranus. So the Sun, eh, they have similar energies, especially because we know Mercury favors the Sun, right? It deals with communication in our thoughts, which is right next to us taking action, right? Is pretty much putting the action. But when Mercury starts getting friction with Uranus, our mouths get a little crazy. The Sun will make you want to be seen for something that you stand on, right? So when you really take action to stand on something, you really mean that, mug. I just took all this action. I physically did this, that, and the third. I'm proactive about it. Now, Mercury having friction with Uranus be a little different because we could say all type of things that we don't mean with this transit. Some of y'all have Mercury square. Some of y'all have Mercury square or could square oppose conjunct in conjunct planets like Uranus. This is why you talk crazy. Talk crazy. All right. So you have Mercury squaring opposing planets like Uranus, Mars, Pluto. These people can have reckless mouths. These people can say things that get straight to the heart chakra. All right. It gets past all surface layers and it gets straight to the heart chakra, whether you want to admit or not. But it was that direct. It penetrated right to your core. All right. These people start to realize that as they mature, that all right, different people have different capacities to receive things, but they have to that's is a square though. If you have this square, so it's hard for you. You're gonna have to learn this yourself eventually. All right. My Mercury is right in between Pluto, Mars. So I know how you guys see how intense I am when I speak about certain things or whatnot. Maybe how raw I might be. I cuss a whole fucking lot. But other than that, though, as far as expression things, sometimes I may not articulate it the right way, right? May not put words in their proper places at times because Mercury is in water. So when it comes into communication for Mercury and water people, sometimes it's hard for us to find the words for everything because we could be in reflection mode while we're pushing things out. So it's everything with water deal with the past. So Mercury gets slowed up in water. So sometimes Mercury and water people, depending on where their sun is at, whether their sun is in a air sign, a water sign, or in a fire sign, these people have to learn to take their time before they communicate because they realize, like, damn, I was still loading up that sentence when I was pushing it out. I got this. It's motherfucker forced me to push something out, but so sentence wasn't loaded up yet. I was still recollecting on that mug. So that's something like Mercury and water's gotta like understand. And even some water signs when it comes to expressing themselves. All right. Because you could be like me. You could be somebody that has their sun in a communicative space or in a relatable space, but your Mercury is not. So this is like an Aquarius sun, Mercury in Pisces, right? Mercury is debilitated in Pisces, but Aquarius is a communicative sign. So now you got this Aquarius, intelligent as hell, but they're gonna have a little word vomit at times, trying to communicate their ideas or communicate their creativity to others, because they're trying to find a balance of saying it logically when it's so dreamy at the same time. And sometimes things are so dreamy, it's hard to there's no language for it. You have to make the art. You have to make the music. You have to make the picture. You have to make the show. You can't just verbalize everything at times as best as you want to articulate it, right? So that's what's going on with that. But Mercury uh uh having this beef with Uranus as we get into the middle of the week, this is when we got to be conscious about how we communicate about things, how we relate things. It could be something that comes back to bite us in the ass, something that is just like, damn, it's not even, I could just go about my day and say, damn, I wish I didn't say that. Like, this is gonna keep coming up for a little bit now. Correct. I do. Yep. Your opposition. So boom, you already know. We already know. Mercury, Sun, Moon, having any activity with Uranus, these people in general can tell you about being prosecuted for something they've expressed, something they've stood on, something they believe in. It could be their relationships their parents didn't like, their marriage, their spouse that their partner, they had a fight for their partners to accept. Could be your belief, like I said, your belief system. It could be something dealing with your appearance. Some of y'all got Sun, may have like Sun in the first house and Uranus in the fourth house. So your Sun and Uranus is squaring each other out the first and fourth house. So in some type of shape or form, your appearance, that shit is totally against your family traditions and morals. Like, everybody around you that's close to you don't even understand the appearance shit. Your own sister and brother be like, yeah, I don't get why my brother be on that shit, that emo shit. Yeah, I don't get it. They just be in their room listening to Juice World and shit all day. There'd be no sunlight in that motherfucker. I walked in that motherfucker at 8 a.m. the other day. It was dark as hell in there. I don't know what type of witchcraft they got going on in there. So it's like your different ass, your family members don't even understand your ass. So you dealing with your own appearance. Your appearance is an issue at times. It's like, damn, y'all niggas mad because I got blonde locks. Like, yeah, like, niggas mad because I got green. Like, come on. Okay. So that Uranus, man, that Uranus, we having to fight for our individuality there. Okay. But for the most part, that's what we're gonna be having. And Mercury is in Libra, Uranus is in Taurus. So when it comes into communicating things for our wants, we may have a want for some Venus energy. We may want something to lean our way towards what we value in a relationship. And when we don't see that happening, that's when this energy might start trickling into a portal where you could express something in a moment you don't really mean. Okay. I'm a Libra Venus. I'm a Venus Mars head ass nigga. Okay, I didn't remember being in situations not getting my way in partnerships or whatever this and the third for something that made me feel good, and I end up acting like motherfuckers is against me for something, like the world's being a victim. No, look how you being a crackhead for a vibration got you feeling. Look. Now everybody's a problem because we don't want to enable you. So we could get in this bag. We could get in this bag with Mercury. The Cash App, shout out to Melanin on tap with the collection plate to the Cash App donation. Woman, where you at, woman? Stand up in the church. Where you at, Melanin? Listen, you know God is gonna do something good for you this week, woman. All right. For that collection plate. Everything that I talked about in this BOROSCOPE transit that could happen bad this week, it ain't gonna happen to you because of this plate, woman. Okay. So yeah, all this heavy Venus and Mars energy is just an influx of it. Like, I feel like God's throwing all of it in our face and seeing how we navigate it around this time. So that's why we had to do so much prepping. Whenever I see a lot of placements prepping us for something, I know it's gonna be a big bang of a lesson to be able to show God and universe, like, we ain't been bullshitting during these transits. We've been taking heed. We see what's going on. Life be life, and I be trying, but I'm paying attention, God. Something we get rewarded for paying attention at times, family. All right. Okay. Now, that's what we got going on. Yeah, lucky days move on to Sag, Leo, Aries, Libra, Aquarius. All right. So that's the lucky days when Moon enters Sagittarius. Now, Jupiter day, Moon enters Capricorn. All right, Moon enters Capricorn. I got to kind of look at something because my B-day on the 21st on Saturday. So I was doing the boroscope and everything. I'm like, okay, 30th birthday, moon in Capricorn. Okay, it's my solar and lunar return. I had to hit my astrologer buddy up, my homegirl Shurs. I had to ask her, how the transits was looking because her birthday was on the 6th. I asked her, yo, where the moon was at? That was information I couldn't see. That was an example of me. If I could have went and found that out on my own. And brother Libra just want to talk. What's going on, Shurs? What you doing? You looked. Where was the moon at on your B-Day? I could have went on Astro Theme and found out myself. All right, Libras we just want to connect. That's all. That's all, y'all. Just want to exchange some thoughts. But she a Cancer rising, and the moon was in Cancer. So I'm about to start. I'm about to start looking up, and if I see any patterns developing with 30th birthdays that we may be overlooking. All right, but other than that, the moon enters Capricorn on Jupiter Day. Now the thing about this alignment, Libra, moon in Libra, sun in Libra, moon in Capricorn. All right, we're experiencing my life this weekend. All right, guys, the good old cardinal square. So the thing about this square is the awareness is dealing with relationship activity, but the moon's in Capricorn, so things dealing with responsibility, stability, structure, right? Those things are a priority around this time. So while we're trying to get under that influence, right, we may feel a sense of imbalance, trying to deal with priorities, responsibility, while still navigating some relationship activity around this time. So going into the weekend under this transit, this is where we start to realize how our relationships play a part in reality. All right. Understanding the division between time and what we got going on in reality amongst our partnerships. Okay. And really how they correlate with each other. Because the moon is in Capricorn, we can find ourselves trying to add that influence into our relationship, adding some sense of structure, law, into our relationship. Some of us may realize around this time that's what our relationship need. We don't got no foundation. We don't got no law in this mug. We need some type of structure, all right? Or we need to implement something that we could look at as our relationship guidelines, things that we don't go against, things that we honor in some type of shape or form, all right? But it is a square. So once again, it could be a weekend that you got a lot to do. You got things you need to stabilize, but you have to have discernment on how relationship activity play a part. All right. Story of my life. I know a brother got things to do, but these text messages keep coming in. God damn. All right. So that's what we dealing with for the weekend, guys. All right. And pretty much riding that moon Capricorn wave out into the next week. All right. Now we know we got Jupiter and Uranus getting hit with the Scorpio transits, moon in Scorpio. Is getting hit with those, but when the moon gets into Capricorn, it harmonizes with it. So Jupiter and Uranus deal with that activity. But to conclude the week, right? The moon gets into into Capricorn. It harmonizes with these energies. So in the same week, we can find understanding from any issues in the beginning of the week when it comes into us not, going about something dealing with stability, structure, Venus energies, finances in the wisest way. We could kind of find some understanding for it towards the end of the week, if not opportunity to, make progressive moves with finances, budgeting things amongst business matters. All right. Putting things in their proper place when it comes into Venetia energies, our relationship energies, the Saturn energy, right? It's a double dose of Saturn. We know Saturn is exalted in Libra, so that presence is strong throughout the weekend. All right. So I just want us to make sure you don't let the beginning of the week, all this Jupiter activity, have us too riled up. It's post new moon, y'all. It's post new moon solar eclipse. Every day is a new day to create this new world for yourself. Every day is a new opportunity to add more energy and time into this new world that we all are intentional about manifesting around ourselves. It all starts off with personal action, personal intention, and the energy we display. That's the first thing. Everything molds itself after that. All right. I do see Jupiter being hit to a point this week where our faith will be challenged this week. Our faith is definitely going to be challenged this week. So when you get to the moments, hold it down. Let's stay spiritually strong. All right. But for the most part, guys, this is a beautiful time, guys. Everybody need to be waking up. I don't care if you're lucky day or you're on the hot seat. You need to be waking up in the morning, feeling vibrant, ready to waking up in the rising. All right. This English language is really quick. This is just wild. But we could say rich rising, but I still got to say wake up. I got to say rise up in the rising. I can't even say nothing right. Everything left. All right. But, right, everybody need to be rising up All right, with some pep in their step coming off this. All right, hopefully you guys got a good chance to recharge and rest up. We went in going into the weekend. All right, on the vibes. All of y'all, some of y'all, some real ones. Y'all stayed for that whole service. That wasn't no regular service. That wasn't no regular church service. So for y'all in there that did anything 4 or 5 hours plus, y'all some real ones. Okay. I don't even know how the fuck we really stood there all that time. Like the next day, I was like, how did I? What did we were we even 6 hour live stream? But when you're in spirit, you're just going through it in the moment, and then sometimes I get out of it, family. My memories vanish, but God used me in the moment, and that's all that really matters. All right. Back on my fast tomorrow. I'm gonna stay out the kitchen. All right, guys. All right. So I hope all you guys are feeling self-empowered, self-encouraged to tackle any issues, any forms of resistance in your life. Just know God is giving you the support to do so. Any other energies dealing with burdens, unwarranted energy we don't want in our life, I hope everybody finds the power in them to shake that off of you as well. Because I don't want nothing getting in the way of y'all cycles and what's to come and what's open for y'all to receive. All right. I want to have a very active week. I plan on streaming damn near close to every day because I feel like prepping up to the solar moon new eclipse, the solar eclipse. I was kind of already getting into rest mode going into that energy. So I feel like I didn't even get that active last week. But there's a lot of things I want to talk about. Like I want to talk about Kirk Franklin and his shiesty ass mother. I want to talk about. We still ain't talking about Papoose and Remy. It's a couple of things. We got some things we got to talk about, y'all. Some things we got to talk about. All right, gang. All right, sending love to all. Once again, I appreciate all the plates, everybody. God is gonna do something good for y'all this week. Okay, God's gonna do something good for everybody this week. All right, because that's what happens when you're a part of this church. All right, God's always looking out. But y'all already know what it is, gang. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Peace.